Limestone polishing Kings Lynn. Polished limestone floors can be challenging to keep clean and retain the shine. Over time the surface starts to wear, lose its polish, and get grimy. So the tiles will need a lot of work to restore the original finish. Many people do not realize that cleaning alone can result in a loss of shine. You should not use standard floor cleaning chemicals for cleaning natural stone, like limestone. Conventional floor cleaning chemicals contain ingredients that damage limestone. Over time the limestone will lose its shine. The limestone will become porous and absorb soil. The surface of the limestone will become rough and challenging to clean. The floor doesn't get attacked only from cleaning chemicals. Many chemicals in your kitchen and bathroom are acidic. Acidic chemicals like vinegar, lemon juice and most liquid hand soaps will dissolve limestone, leaving ugly etch marks. As well as suffering from chemical damage, limestone also suffers from mechanical damage. Most limestones are relatively soft stone compared to hard stones like granite. This means that grit from foot traffic will scuff and scratch the surface of the stone. A lot of people don't fully understand what's involved in polishing a limestone floor. Or polishing any stone floor like marble, granite and travertine. So, don't be too dismayed if your limestone floor has gradually gone dull, and you can't get the original shine back. My client originally bought the tiles from the supplier as travertine. They thought the tiles were travertine because some of the tiles had filled holes, just like travertine. I was surprised that the supplier sold the tiles as travertine. But it just goes to show how easy it is to make a mistake when dealing with stone. Using this limestone polishing project in Kings Lynn, I will explain the difference between limestone and travertine. Help you understand what's involved in cleaning and polishing limestone. Help you understand the difference between limestone and travertine. Demonstrate how a professional restoration can bring the original finish back to your floor. Explain how easy it is to keep your limestone floor looking beautiful for longer. Limestone polishing we recently completed in Kings Lynn, Norfolk. What is limestone? Limestone is a dense, sedimentary rock formed from the bones and shells of ocean-dwelling organisms. As these organisms die, their shells and bones settle on the ocean floor. They are compacted over millions of years, creating limestone. Limestone floors can be resurfaced by grinding, honing and polishing. Machine grinding and honing can remove the deepest scratches and marks, leaving a beautiful new finish on the floor. The floor can then be polished to a variety of finishes, from matte to polished. How is travertine different to limestone? Travertine is a natural stone like limestone. However, it is not the same as limestone because it forms differently. Travertine is formed when water percolates through stone containing limestone, other minerals and organic matter. The dissolved limestone, minerals and organic matter form into layers of rock. Over time, gases escape from the organic matter, creating holes, giving the stone a honeycomb or sponge-like structure. Honed and filled travertine is one of the most common forms of this popular stone in the UK. I don't recommend grinding or aggressively honing filled travertine. Grinding removes the fillers and reveals more holes, making restoration a costly process. I usually restore filled travertine by lightly honing and polishing, so new holes don't appear. However, this process does not remove heavy scratches. So the result is not as smooth or polished as we can achieve on limestone or marble. I explained the finishing options and we agreed on a polished finish. My client removed all doors from the work area before we arrived. I started by protecting the walls and adjoining floors from slurry splashes. Limestone cleaning and restoration work is dependent on the condition of a floor and the amount of lippage. The lippage, the difference in height between adjoining tiles, was generally below 1 mm, which is very good, and quite unusual. The floor was generally in good shape. There were no deep scratches. Deep scratches are usually the result of dragging furniture across a floor. There were lots of small scratches consistent with foot traffic. As the floor was not badly scratched and had minimal lippage, we did not need to grind the floor to achieve a high-quality finish. So we started by honing the floor with 100 grit diamond tooling. This took most of the rest of the first day. We finished off by cleaning areas of dirty grout around the cooker and the sink using a rotary scrubbing machine and 800 grit honing powder. On the second day, I honed the floor with 200 grit, 400 grit and 800 grit diamonds, giving a lovely smooth light sheen finish. We then honed an area of the floor to a 1500 grit, polished finish, so that our client could choose her preferred finish. After some deliberation, she decided on the 1500 grit finish, finished off with limestone polishing powder. Once the floor was rinsed and dried, we applied a high-quality impregnating sealer. Our client was delighted with the finish on her floor. The limestone now has a silky gloss finish. Mopping is so much easier because the mop glides over the smooth finish. Limestone cleaning advice. Before leaving, I gave clear guidance on maintaining the limestone. Immediately wipe off spills to stop them from turning into permanent stains. Dry sweep or vacuum the limestone daily to remove dry soil. If you leave dry soil on the floor, it will mix with the cleaner, making a cutting paste that will damage the finish. Do not use standard floor cleaners. Only use pH-neutral limestone cleaners. Damp mop the floor regularly, at least 2 to 3 times a week. Don't use a cotton mop and bucket, as it will not remove soil. Use a microfiber damp mop to lift any soil off the stone. If you follow this advice, your floor will stay cleaner for longer. If your limestone floor or any other stone floor needs cleaning and polishing, please call us on 0800 695 0180 or visit the website at Abbey Floor Care. We will be happy to help.